One of the most iconic moments in the original Jurassic Park film is when the big game hunter is stalking the Velociraptor. And it's that moment when he says, "Clever girl." And if you've seen the movie, you know what I mean. I don't want to spoil it anymore. But in this set that I'm going to review for you today, Lego finally gives us a chance to kind of recreate that moment, which is really cool. I'm Tom Bray since 1954. Welcome back. I'm continuing my investigation of these new Jurassic World sets, which I'm really enjoying. And I thought I would just show them to you as I build them because if you're into dinosaurs and you're into Lego, you might very well eventually, if not now, find yourself wanting these sets or your kid will want these sets because what kid does not like dinosaurs? I mean, most kids do, right? So this set, let's take a look at it, is set number 76972, and it's called the Raptor Off-Road Escape. It's 285 pieces, and it's a 6+ set. I really love this set. It's another one that's pretty simple to build, just like the 4+ set I reviewed last week. But it's going to fit very nicely in the Jurassic Park world that I'm building that's adjacent to my Castle Land amusement park with the train running by it. And one of the stops is Jurassic Park. This is a current set as of this broadcast. And there are kind of some constants in the Jurassic World and Park theme franchise that Lego seems to stick with. Each one of those sets almost always comes with dinosaurs. You have to have dinosaurs in Jurassic Park and Jurassic World. So most every set has that. So that's the first constant. The second constant is it usually has some sort of lab element, meaning some sort of equipment. You know, even in the big visitor center from last year, there was Dr. Wu's lab. So there's almost always, even if there's not like a big building to hold the lab, there's either a lab in the field or some piece of equipment that goes along with the set. And then another constant seems to be a vehicle of some kind. This set has all three of those elements. It checks them all off. It has a vehicle, which was really fun to build. It has a small piece of kind of radar equipment where you can hunt down velociraptors. And then it has a velociraptor concealed in some greenery, because greenery is also something that frequently goes along with these Jurassic World and Park sets. So let's take a look at it first. Let's look at the vehicle first, because that was probably the most complex of the builds. This set comes in 3 bags. Actually, it's 2 bags with kind of a third that's really mostly the vehicle. So it has 2 instruction booklets, and it came together, pretty easily. The first bags involved itself around the Velociraptor and where it's hiding, and I'll get to that last because to me that's the best part of the entire set. But this vehicle, even though I'm not a huge fan of Lego vehicles, it's just kind of not my thing. I much prefer like a place. I'm a kind of place guy. I'm a city guy at heart. So I love the idea of buildings and structures, which is why I love the visitor center set so much in the Jurassic Park anniversary sets that came out. But nevertheless, I enjoy putting together these vehicles in these Jurassic Park and World sets, and just to see how they're engineered. And this one again was really cleverly engineered. It was a whole lot of fun to build. There were a lot of brick parts in it, although there were some molded parts. The chassis is basically one big part that you start with as a baseline. And that's understandable. It just makes the building easier. But there were a lot of brick parts that made up the finishing and the structure of this vehicle. Fun. Probably my favorite part of it was certainly not the decals, as I've mentioned before, but the fact that the logo, the Jurassic Park logo that's on the hood of the vehicle, is printed. And I thought that was pretty classy to throw in a printed part in a set that's not a 4+ set and have it be probably the most important part, the one we really would want to get right. which is the logo of Jurassic Park. And, since I mess up most, decals anyway, um, you know, I could be very happy that when I got to this part, I looked and went, "Oh, this is not a decal, it's screen printed on," and it's, really, really cool. So we're looking at the Jeep now, and you can see what I mean. There's a lot of parts that are really brick parts that are very clever. The headlights, the roll bar. The vehicle's great. It's a little bigger than most of the vehicles in the other Jurassic Park and World sets because it has a place in the back, kind of the cargo area, for this piece of equipment, which is the next stop in this kind of required thing for a Jurassic Park and World set, which is the equipment. And this is like a little radar piece of equipment that is supposed to be able to help you track down velociraptors. And it's very simply built. There's a decal on the front, but it's pleasant and it's clever. And I imagine it comes out so you can put it on the ground and stage it that way off of the Jeep. But you could also pretend that you're driving around looking for dinosaurs. So that's cool and fun, and I can see the play value in that. And then the other two elements that we're talking about are greenery and the dinosaur that usually comes in these sets. And this aspect does not disappoint. This dinosaur greenery feature, that is an action feature, it actually moves, is probably one of the most cleverly engineered things I've ever seen in a Jurassic Park set. And the play value with this is enormous. So what this is it's this little greenery thing that moves on each side. It's like a tree trunk with leaves on it, but it's attached to a platform that pushes in and out. And on that platform, you can attach your Velociraptor. And when you push it from behind, it pops out from behind the greenery. So it's kind of like that clever girl moment where all of a sudden there's the raptor. This is endlessly fun. I've been playing with it nonstop, just trying to try different variations of how to get it to open. You can turn the leaves and everything else, but I just think it's amazing. I don't know whether they reduced the size of the Raptor because of this feature or whether they reduced the size of the Raptor because it's more accurate in scale. But at any rate, it's a smaller Velociraptor than are in the other set. I like it. I like the option of now having a smaller Raptor. The arms don't articulate like before, but the jaw does. So all in all, I would say that this Raptor feature popping out of the bushes is probably the highlight of this set. You could use that piece as a standalone piece in any kind of exhibit of Jurassic Park or World that you put together on your table without even any of the other parts that come in the set. Now, there is a baby dinosaur as well in this, baby Dolores. I guess in some of the movies they have names. And that's a kind of a cute feature. And there are two minifigs within the set as well. Now, I don't know anything about the original intellectual property that set is based on because I haven't seen many Jurassic World movies. So I don't really know what's going on, but it doesn't matter because just like last week in that 4+ set, I just find that this is so much fun to play with that I don't care what the source material was. So that's the set. Again, set number 76972. Let me know if you have this set and what you think of it, and whether or not you've added some other Jurassic Park and World sets to your building. Until next time, have a great time building. We'll see you again. Thanks for your support.